Hello, this video is on law of cosines. Law of cosines and law of sines, they both work for any triangle of any angle. Doesn't matter if it's a right triangle or acute triangle or obtuse triangle, whatever the angles, these two laws, the law of sines and law of cosines, will work. The law of sines needs to have all the information about at least one letter. So we need to know everything about the A, so the angle A and the side A, or everything about the C, the angle and the side, or the B. If that is missing, then the law of sines will not work. So here below we have an example. We are asked to solve the triangle, which means to find all the missing sides and all the missing angles. But we already are told what every side is. So we have all the three sides, and we can label our triangle here. The side A is 5, the side C is 2, and the side B is 6. But we're missing every single angle, the A, the B, and the C. We know that all the angles will add to 180, but that's not going to help us right now because we don't have any of them. So first we need to use the law of the law of cosines to find at least one missing angle. So let's find the angle A. So to find the angle A, we need to have, I apologize for this interruption, let's close this off. So the angle A needs to find, to find the angle A, we need the side A, B, and C. We have all of it. So let's put that information in our formula and see if we can get the angle A. So here, that's, okay, we can still, okay, got it. So the A squared, the A is 5 squared, is equal to the B squared, that's a 6 squared, plus the C squared, that's a 2 squared, minus 2 times the B, which is 6, times the C, which is 2, times the cosine of the angle A. Now we can type in our numbers in the calculator. The 5 squared is 25, the 6 squared is 36, the 2 squared is 4, and 2 times 6 times 2, well, 2 times 6 is 12, double that, that's 24, times cosine A. Now we can combine the 36 with a 4. That would make 40. But we cannot combine these numbers with the 24 because the 24 is connected to cosine A. That's a variable. So these are not like terms, so we can't add them. And it's a very common error that a person often does in the beginning is they add the terms that cannot be added, and of course you get the wrong answer. So we're not going to do that. These two are different terms, we can't combine. But we are going for the cosine A, which means we have to undo everything that is on the same side with the cosine A, which means we have to cancel the 40 and cancel times by negative 24. To cancel the 40, we minus 40 from both sides. 25 minus 40 makes negative 15, is negative 24 cosine A. So now, to undo multiplication by negative 24, we divide both sides by negative 24, and that gives us cosine A is 15 over 24. We can reduce the answer by 3, but we're not going to do that because that answer goes in the calculator, and the calculator doesn't care if the answer is reduced or not. What we do want is we want this angle A, which means we need the cosine inverse of 15/24. So let's put that in the calculator. We have to be sure that we are in degree mode because we're looking for degrees. The mode, it's in degrees, that's good. So now we need to go to second cosine, that's cosine inverse, 15/24, and that angle is approximately 51.3 degrees. So let's call it 51.3 degrees. So A is approximately 51.3. So now we can add that information to our answer, 51.3 degrees. Now we need one more angle. Let's find the angle B. at this point we can use law of sines because we know everything about the A, so we can use the law of sines with the sine of angle B divided by B will get us the missing angle. But let's continue using the law of cosines because it will work just the same. So for the B, here is the B side. For the angle B, we need the B squared, A squared, C squared. Let's put that in. So we need the, okay, let's just write it here. So the law of cosine for the B is the B squared, let's put this up, B squared is equal to A squared plus C squared minus 2AC times cosine of the B. So the B is the 6, so we have 6 squared is A, which is 5 squared plus C squared minus 2 times 5 times 2 cosine B. So 6 squared is 36, is 25 plus 4 minus 2 times 5, that's 10, double is 20 cosine B. So once again 36, we can combine 25 and 4, that's 29, minus 20 cosine B. Minusing 29 from both sides, we will get 7. 7 is negative 20 cosine B. Divided both sides by negative 20. Negative 20 will get us cosine B. So cosine of the angle B is negative 7 over 20. But we're looking for the angle B, which means we need the inverse cosine. So cosine inverse of negative 7/20, that would find us the angle B. So the angle B happens to be second cosine inverse, negative 7 divided by 20 is equal to 110/48. So let's call this 110.5. So approximately 110.5 degrees. Now we have two angles out of 3, which means we can use the 180 minus the first 2 to get the missing angle. So the B is 110.5 and the missing angle C is 180 minus the first 2, minus 51.3 minus 110.5, that comes out to be about 18.2 degrees. So the angle C is about 18.2 degrees. Now we have solved the triangle. That's all the information that we can provide for this triangle, and that's the end of this question. And that's how to use the law of cosines to find the missing information for any triangle, whether it's 90 degrees or not. If our triangle happened to be 90 degrees, it would still work. And that's it for this video. If you have any questions on anything, please let me know. Thanks for your time. Take care.